Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Y'all already know who it is. Your man, Brandon Gio.
And your man, JaMichael Moore. And we are the...
I literally just said we're not doing
but I thought you could add a little bit. I think you should keep that. And we are the Residual Impact Podcast.
Bruh.
Hey, mama.
Anyway, the episode that you are about to watch right now, we actually shot it last month, right? So it was supposed to go up before 2024 hit, but it didn't, because life just be lifing.
That's a fact.
So with that being said, I just wanted to first and foremost wish you guys a happy new year. This is definitely going to be a great year. I can already tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just keep an open mind when you watch this episode. This, of course, is going to be our top 10 moments from 2023. And y'all definitely going to enjoy it. So cheers to that.
Want to take a shot?
I was going to save that for the next episode. But sure, why not? Hey,
we can take another one on the next episode.
Bruh.
More reason why.
Cheers to 2024. This is the first time we're taking a shot on the show.
Hey, man, cheers.
Cheers. See, I don't even need a chaser.
No, by him.
I'm good. But with that being said, go ahead and check this episode out. Y'all gonna love it. Peace.
Impact. 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 In fact, my hustle is intact. In fact, my hustle is intact. In fact, my hustle is intact. My muscle tough as the hustle, the numbers is just that. And I'ma keep winning and sit back. I love the feeling of killing them with that. Attacking the process, tackling topics, master synopsis. This the residual impact, yeah.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your man, Brandon Gio.
And your man, JaMichael Moore. And we are the Residual Impact Podcast.
Here we inspire others to find the greatness within themselves.
And then go apply to the community.
Let's grow.
Love it, man.
Back again for another one, my friend. And in all honesty, brother, this is, I think, the last one of the year.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Wow. Time
This
flies.
is our annual wrap-up. Now, we did the same thing last year with a wrap-up for 2022, although we were about a month late. But, of course, only because I actually said in that episode that I was not feeling well. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's why we didn't shoot in December. I had to quarantine for a little bit. Hopefully, Lord willing, that doesn't happen this December because I don't need that.
I apologize. I was drinking some of this wonderful fruit juice to go. If you have not tried, it's an all-natural fruit beverage, black owned, by the way.
Let me take a sip while we at it.
Just had to throw that quick plug in there.
Go ahead.
I was mid sip, so I apologize.
Do your thing.
But yeah, man. You said end of the year vibes, basically.
Pretty much, man. That's where we at right now, dog. It's December.
Well, first and foremost, then I got to give a major shout out to my mama. Her birthday is December 31st.
Hey, happy early birthday, mama.
You know what I mean?
And then right after that is my mother's birthday, January 1st.
Look at that. Wow, literally.
Yes.
That's wild.
Yep.
Hey, man, shout out to them, man. For real.
That's a fact. Shout out to our parents. But yeah, man, end of the year vibes for sure. 2023 is coming to a close, which means 2024 is right around the corner.
Man, we had a lot happen over this year. Like,
tell me about it.
A lot.
Like, I think this year was a literal roller coaster for the both of us.
Yeah, man.
I mean, and I can really mostly speak for myself because I know everything that happened to me this year. Obviously, I don't really know everything that happened to you, but it was full of ups and downs. And it was just like one wild drop and then, climbing up a little bit, making some progress. And then it's like, you thought going back down again. So,
Yep. But it's like one of those things where it's like you got to look at it like, man, I'm grateful for those things happening because it like creates a different type of momentum. It creates like an anxiety or some type of pressure in you that makes you perform in a way. So
right.
It's kind of weird, man. But we want to make it. But it's like, nah, God, like y'all ain't ready just yet. Let me give y'all, take your time.
That's a fact.
That's what it is, man.
Yeah, I feel that.
But he's definitely shown us that we have the capabilities of making things happen, and you never know where you'll end up at. And, you know, I know that we are on our way. You know, when we be going out to places and we see people and meet people, it's different. It's like we're established. We're known as something now versus before it was like, okay, we trying to get ourselves out. You know, it's like now it's like, no, like this is who we are. This is how we come in. Like, what y'all on? If y'all want to collab, we could do that. It's just, I don't know. We move different, bro. We move different, man.
Hey, and I don't know. I say this all the time. Like, it started once with an idea, man. It started once with a thought, but
boom,
to be in this position to where people know who we are, you know, people want to work with us, people want to collab with us.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big thing.
Yeah, dude.
And I definitely foresee, you know, for sure in 2024, we will be on other people's shows.
Yes. Oh, yeah, bro. Because they're starting to see, bro. I just, you know about the recent event, well, kind of recent event that we went to that.
A few weeks ago.
Yeah, it was just like that moment of, I saw a difference in how people looked at us.
Yeah.
From the very first time, I was like, man, people, they see more value in us now. They actually see, I don't know, they see something. I'm still figuring out what it is, but they definitely see something. And
it's crazy because, you know, we've talked about this event previously, but
yeah,
shout out to April and Chanel of the Flew Here, Grew Here podcast. Y'all already know we had those ladies on our show not too long ago, and it was definitely positive vibes. And I remember when April introduced me to one of her guests that was at that event, she said, you know, he has one of the hottest podcasts out right now. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? In my head, I wasn't trying to get my head any more gassed up than it already was. But it's like, yo, we do.
Talk that talk.
We do have one of the hottest podcasts out, if not the hottest podcast out.
Talk that talk.
You know, I know a lot has happened to us this year, but, you know, I definitely see more consistency in our future. For real, for real.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. So, first and foremost, man, I know we can't, you know, start this episode technically, even though we already did. So if you are new to the channel, we first and foremost, we just want to say thank you for stopping by. We greatly, truly do appreciate each and every person that comes on this channel, that leaves a comment, that rates us, that does anything that is outside of what you had to do, because you didn't even have to show up here. So
that's a fact.
We greatly appreciate it. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down low, hit the like button so that you never, well, you got to hit that notification button so that you don't miss an upload. See, B thought I was gonna mess that up, but I didn't.
But you kind of,
you know what I mean? Hold on. And then what we gonna ask is just you leave a comment, because please let us know some things, what we're doing right, what you may like about the video, what you don't like about the video. And don't forget to follow us on the many podcast platforms that we are on. All the social podcast, well, they're not podcast platforms, but they're used as podcast platforms sometimes. But I'm rambling. So anyway, make sure that you follow us on each and every platform at Residual Impact Podcast or Residual Impact, depending if you're on Twitter, IG, TikTok. Yeah, we on all that. And, you know, my mama just shout you out one more time because I love you. Happy early birthday. B mama, happy early birthday. Stay beautiful. Stay black.
Most definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for JaMichael for attempting the house rules for the day.
For the end of the year.
I mean, it wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't bad. It could have been worse, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a little more smoother. You're right.
That is true. But, you know, with all of that out of the way, what do we got going on for today, man?
We're just going to take a step back and look at our greatest highlight moments of 2023. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be some funny ones in here.
Of course, man. You already know. So, man, starting with me, and of course, this is in no particular order. You know, I do say that often, but as of this list, my number one definitely has to go to when we had a Little Spicy podcast on the show. Shout out to you two ladies, Tam and Britt, when they introduced their game to us, which, by the way, y'all need to hit them up. Go ahead and check out their card game. It is fun. It is really fun to play. And make sure you go ahead and cop that. But my funny moment, well, my number one moment exactly came from that episode. And I think we had a blast playing the card game with those two ladies. And I want you guys to go ahead and check this out.
Already?
I'm scared.
Wait, are we going to go for all yellow? Yeah, they could do
Oh,
yellows.
y'all want to do yellow or y'all want to roll the dice?
Hey, give me a red. No, I'm just kidding.
Give him a red. I'm sticking with yellow.
Not on this podcast. So
That's dope.
Yellow, bellow, green, and rojo.
Red.
oh jeez, and then you got the dice, so you roll it. It's really simple. It's 3 different decks, and then
You gotta do what the cards say,
yes,
or you
so
gotta take
roll
a
it.
shot.
You know how
Oh, each card gives you a task.
Yes, it's like truth or dare.
Wait, hold on. You know why I said that? Because I said 3 different decks, and it always sounds like I'm saying. That's why when I looked at her, I was like, "Damn, did she catch that?"
No,
It do sound like that though, right?
no,
3 different decks.
Dicks.
Okay.
Hey, let me roll and let me pull one. And then if it's too crazy though, I'm gonna reconsider. But
We understand.
I'm interested though.
He play dice.
Right.
7. Bruh. All right. Let me see if I can read this out loud. Okay, I can do this. This is
yellow.
simple. Yeah, I want that red. Could you be with someone who is unmotivated and complains about things that they could change? Nah, I can't do that. Like that's well. Okay, let me not say that.
Mood killer.
I could, but if she don't make a change, like if I'm trying to motivate you and I'm trying to get you into the stuff and you just continue to stay in that, nah, we're going to shift something because
Yeah, you gotta go
now you're
with it.
draining me. Yeah.
Because I will say something about Mike. He is a huge motivator. His whole brand is built around motivation. You know what I'm saying? And uplifting people. So I can see whoever he potentially ends up with if he does decide to go back in that direction. I know we talked about being outside this summer.
Yeah, we
so we
chilling.
chilling right now.
We chilling.
We chilling right now.
Chilling right now. Yes.
But
It's hot out there.
hey, I told him beforehand. I told him I was going to be outside with him this summer. But
This
you know what I'm
guy.
saying? I'm chilling right now. I had to slow
Yeah.
down. I'm gonna be
that's
outside.
okay.
Just don't tell her. You know that's all.
Well, she hear it. She hear this.
Oh,
Another
yeah.
yellow.
It's meant to be.
Come on, man.
All right. Well, I will read this, but ain't no way I can do it, and I don't have a shot. So
Okay.
I'll just drink my Starbucks. The card says, "Try to put your fist into your mouth." Bruh. That ain't happening.
Shot. Who did it? Somebody did it, right?
No,
Hold on.
they
That's
tried.
a lot of cards, and we supposed to be doing shots if we don't want to do it. You're going to be messed up, though, by the
Well,
end of this game.
You can play with up to 8 people, so
Okay.
by the time they come back around to you might not even get no shot.
So is it okay? So you pull one card per, like, I'm guessing we sit
Per
like in
roll.
a circle. Okay, so one card per thing. Get a red.
Another yellow.
Come on now.
I was over here praying for you.
I always get red. So
Start
I'm
me
gonna-
knocking. Let's see.
All right, Britt, what you got?
Oh, if you could own any island in the world, what would it be and why? I don't know. I don't know what island, but I don't know the name of it. It's one that's like all by its lonesome. I feel like it start with a B.
Is it Bora Bora? Is that one by itself,
Maybe.
or is that in a group?
I have no idea. So I don't know what the island would be called, but except for Brit Island. And I would just want to be by myself so I could do what I want to do. If I want to be naked on the beach, then I can, and I ain't got to worry about nobody.
You can
Worry
just
about
go
what I
to a
got going
new
on.
beach.
No, I don't want to go to
one
New
of those.
Beach. I want to be by myself. In my
Wow.
man.
Of course you would.
You
See,
spoke
you,
it.
you said
She
it.
always
You
get
always get red.
I do though.
She not gonna do it.
Let's see how spicy it is for the show.
Would you kill your mama or save her by sleeping with the same sex? What? I was sleeping
Yo.
with the same sex.
Wow.
That's wild.
Y'all want
I mean,
me
not your
crazy?
answer, but the card.
First off, whoa. I'm trying to think of how I'm answering that. 'Cause- wow.
Yeah.
What y'all doing?
Love you, mama, but
We get that.
I hope she don't listen to this episode because she do be listening.
We
Hey,
get
ma,
that.
yo, love you, but I ain't doing it.
Peace out.
I do it with a woman who identifies a man.
Good answer. It's
know
up
what I'm
there,
saying?
Steve. Good answer. Good answer.
That's a good one.
Wow, that's a tough one.
That is. Well, you wanna know what's crazy? All you said was, I'm sorry, mama. No, they be going in on the episode. They be like, y'all gonna help me plan a funeral? Like,
Yo, come on.
like they be wilding. Like, what?
They
Wow.
was going in on that one.
Yeah.
We gotta try to find some way to save mama though. We just can't let it go out like that.
Right.
I mean, big
I'ma
facts.
say mine.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best
That's gonna be
answer.
that.
Think about it now. Yeah,
He
I could
definitely
do
thought
that.
outside
But
the box.
he did.
Bro. Hey, hold on. Let me pull a red. I just want to pull a red. I'm scared. No.
You should be. Watch us the toe.
Lord have mercy.
Watch us the toe one.
Oh, heck nah. It said, I mean, I ain't about to do it, but it said, give the room the sexiest moan. We ain't about to do that.
Yeah, please don't.
Take out your shot. He said, please don't do that. I did it once, and they said I sounded like a dolphin.
A dolphin?
Yeah.
I could definitely see
Wow.
how with some shots, though, like, you'll do some of them cards.
Right.
You'll do some of them.
Right.
So that is the game.
Hey,
Period.
I think that is dope,
good
man.
looking out. That is definitely dope. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for telling the people. So, real quick, when are you ladies planning on putting this out?
And
Well-
where can they find it?
Tomorrow.
We are, I hate to put dates and stuff, but we are planning to put it out next week. Website is already up, but we haven't launched it yet because
Okay.
we're waiting for a few things behind the scenes. But yes, everything is all set. Everything is all good. Vendor, everything.
Yeah.
We just waiting for one more thing, and we hope to have it out this week. So
Yeah.
So, hopefully, when the episode drops,
Get
y'all
your-
can go
Yes,
ahead and
I
hit
hope
them
so.
up.
Go ahead, tell them
Get
the
you-
website, even though it's not up, because by the time this comes out, it should be up. We're going to hold y'all, too. We're going to hold y'all a little accountable.
Yeah,
so,
we got to hold you
you know what I
accountable.
mean? It's going to put a little pressure on y'all.
I know. Y'all know we don't like commitment.
That's all right.
Hey, we talking about sharing trade secrets. One of the reasons why we do what we do sometimes
This
is
is
because we agreed, put a date on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
because technically they can pre-order right now.
Yeah, they can pre-order.
This is inspiration.
For real.
I mean, I know we could do merch, like as far as clothes and stuff, but I want to think something outside the box. I'm sorry. Keep going.
All right, so it's a little spicy with 3 Y's .myshopify.com.
Okay.
Now, Lil, is it Lil or Little?
Lil.
You got to make sure for the people who for the people
go
who
ahead and
ain't
spell it
watching.
out. Yeah.
Okay.
For the people who are just listening to the audio, they need to know how to spell everything. You want them to buy that game.
All right, so ALILSPICYYY .myshopify.com.
Boom. There you have it.
Period.
Period.
Go in there and pre-order, y'all.
Y'all better go get y'all one of these.
Now,
Yeah, it's a chicken
It's a
salad.
chicken salad, huh?
love you, mama. I ain't sell out. I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I love my mother too, but I just
She lived
I
a
can't
long
do
life.
it. What she said exactly. So yeah, man, that was the time that we had. It was definitely good vibes. I enjoyed having those ladies on the show, and can't wait to join them on their show whenever they shoot for their next season. Because from the looks of it, it is coming really, really soon. So be on the lookout for that, and we will definitely be on that season. Haven't quite talked to the girls about it yet, but it's coming. Just wait for it.
That was dope. Man, so my turn, I guess. So one of my favorite moments, definitely one of the funnest moments I've had. Episode 65, we were just talking about them. Flew Here, Grew Here podcast. The media mavens, as they call themselves. But this one right here was the one and only Miss Chanel. We always have fun going back and forth. And I will always say that the Wildcats are better than that. I won't even pronounce that nasty school that you went to. But yeah, y'all check this out.
Chanel
man.
gonna get you.
I know she is when she see this one. Oh man. But yeah, man, y'all check this moment out of us, going back and forth as we always do, man. But it's always fun.
Especially
if I'm going
to
to
Albany, you know
Kroger.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand that y'all want to get ratchet sometimes. I get it. Like I
Okay.
said, my ex was from Albany. Like she went to Albany.
I wasn't gonna
so
say nothing, but if he say something, I'm finna go in.
I figured.
I was thinking it.
I'm trying to feed into that. That's why I kind of went in that direction.
First of all,
I
I'm
wanna
surprised
see
you
that
even
on
an
camera.
introvert going to Fort Valley.
You're right. That's why I got up out of there. But still.
Right.
Hey, shout out to that Albany State education. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Shout out to that bachelor's degree I received from the unsinkable Albany State University in Albany, Georgia. Stop playing with me. Thank you very much. Proud HBCU graduate. Everybody get up, do the ram butt. Stop playing.
Y'all want to know what the definition of ratchet is? Please take a visit.
No,
down
you
to
want to
Albany
see?
State
No,
University.
please. Fort Valley.
Here we go, y'all.
I'm just
Fort Valley.
saying, like,
We gotta let them have it.
Where it's only
we got
one
to, we got to.
sidewalk,
Dang.
One sidewalk.
he lying.
and you gotta walk in the dirt.
She ain't
the rest
lying
of the
about
way.
that. You do gotta walk. Yeah, it's all right, but you ain't gotta worry about
I
somebody.
think I saw a dust storm one time when I was there.
Look, you might get robbed walking down the street in Albany. You never know. It's a little dirty at times too. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm Caribbean. Anyway, I want to keep it PG on this show.
You know.
Hey, PG-13, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, but shout out to all HBCUs. though.
Shout out to them. Only we could
definitely-
do that.
You know what I mean?
Like anybody else trying to step in is like, bruh.
Come on now,
like,
no disrespect. Yeah.
yeah. Because one time I was talking to somebody from Fort Valley. Here comes somebody from Morgan
What is
State.
that? Come on now.
Like, but boy, go. Now we got on here. Who was talking to
You don't understand.
Like we over here joning, like cracking jokes, and here you come talking about clunkerlet. No, you like now I'm really finna get on you because you went there. Like get out of here. Like yeah, I hate that. Let's represent you. Let us have our beef.
And it's crazy. It never seems to amaze me. It never ceases to amaze me how many times I see somebody who's a Ram or a Wildcat whenever they get in the same room. It's always beef.
You said a wildcat?
Is that?
It's a cat.
That's what it is. Don't.
it's just-
You had it right, B.
It's, no, it's just,
You had it right.
It's just a cat. Sorry.
Continue, B. You had it right. A wildcat.
No, I want to say
Don't say it because I know what you want to say.
A stray cat. Sorry. The ones that be on campus. Yeah.
I know what you want to say.
It's a stray cat. So.
Yo,
Probably got
I
two
forgot
lives
where I was
left.
even going with that.
That cat got 2 lives left.
Let's move on. What's the next topic?
Like we
Baby.
said, shout out to the HBCUs out there.
Nah, facts though, facts.
All right.
So yeah, man, as y'all check that one out, as you know, like, look, it's always a great time to be with those two. So, big ups. We got big things planned in the future. So I hope y'all ready for that one, man. That's gonna be
Yeah,
huge.
when we saw them a couple of weeks ago, it was just like we were just already planning stuff out, mapping stuff out. So we are looking forward to what we got going on in the future with those two. It's definitely going to be a blast. So y'all stay tuned.
They be on the go.
For real. Trying to get on a level. But we will. We will, for sure. So I guess I am up next. And I will say number 2 for me was actually surprising because I met these two through JaMichael. And it was definitely a great time, man, recording this episode. So I'm going to take it all the way back to episode 57, featuring Live Digital. Now, of course, like I said, I met these two through JaMichael, but, listening to their music and actually getting to interact with them in person was a different story, yo. Like getting to know them, especially Liv, like hearing her story. I don't know how many of you guys actually stayed to the very end of the episode to where we were about to close out and Liv told us about a battle that she was currently facing. And I'm planning on giving you guys an update on, what's been going on. Cause I do watch her TikTok and, she seems to be doing pretty well, but I would love to let her tell you what's been going on in her life. So definitely go ahead and check this clip out and we'll come right back and discuss it.
As far as my week, it's been long. We'll say that. And it's only like, the middle right now, I guess. I don't know when you'll see this, but like, yeah, it's been long, but, progressive. And, a lot of good moves made, a lot of positivity, everything has its setbacks, but yeah, we here.
I love that. Progressive. That's the first time I've ever heard somebody describe their week as progressive.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna start using that. I'm gonna have to steal that, brother.
Hey man,
I got
it. I don't own it. It is fine.
Oh man, but B, I'm gonna ask you, man. How about
progressive?
You? Come on, man. You ain't even try
that fast, bro. You ain't even like let me leave before you took it.
Hey man, I had to. It was fresh on my mind, might as well.
This guy.
Go for it. I feel it.
Well, basically, what can the people expect next from y'all? Like, what's up next? I mean, considering what y'all just dropped. How y'all gonna top that?
Probably, I'm probably do another electronic track, house track or something like that.
A tape called Sex in Exotic Places.
So yeah, I guess that's the next thing. Like push skin, get it out, doing this rollout, more press, and then after that, yeah, the tape, doing more music.
I have to do
and
with
videos, man.
more videos.
Next one's gonna be more creative, more dynamic. So yeah, just follow us and just keep watching, man.
Okay.
We have a lot of passion, but honestly, what I have to go through too. It's gonna be a little hump I have to go through.
Yeah.
I hate to mention that, but for
You
people
can
listening out there, I just want y'all to know: don't ever stop giving up on your dreams. Because recently I've been diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. I'm stage 2. But
sorry to hear that.
I'm blessed though, because I'm like, I feel like, at first I was like really like been out of shape about this, but I know that people are watching, and I know I can be a voice to people, and I can inspire people.
Yeah, you
and it's gonna be a little hump, man. Like I've been trying to like, I've been trying to figure out ways so I can avoid like chemotherapy, man.
Yeah.
But I think I start next week, so that's why we're here today.
Yeah. So we can start the press rollout. We got to do a few things before you know.
Hey, but definitely like from meeting you, like just meeting you, like you seem to be somewhat of a lighthearted spirit, and you seem to be a fighter, man. Like,
man,
she is. Trust me, she is.
Yeah. I mean, I believe you'll definitely fight this, and just keep
For
praying.
sure.
We'll definitely pray for you as well.
I appreciate
like, for
that,
real.
y'all. And that's why I'm like, I just gotta be the light, because I know there's people going through cancer. And I was on TikTok. There's a lot of young girls that go through this, like 20, 24, 25. Like, it's so crazy. But I'm like, you know what? I'm really down about this, but I'm like, I have to like keep going and be a voice.
Yes.
To people that, are going through this.
Yes.
So I just look at that as my perspective and like inspire. I just want to inspire people.
And I'll tell you something. Like my mom, she actually went through breast cancer.
Oh no!
And she actually she survived it. And I'm gonna tell you,
God
one of the
bless
most
you.
important things though is just keeping your spirit up. The way you're talking right now, keep talking like that. That ultimately was like some of the hardest days my mom had to go through. It was like keeping her spirits up, and her also keeping her own spirit up by saying like, yo, it's gonna be okay. And like, even though it don't look like it in that moment, keep speaking it, because something's happening. I feel like your words are powerful enough to help heal you. So just remember
that's definitely
that.
true. It's definitely true.
I really feel like, I know this is kind of crazy to think about, but I really feel like we could be Grammy nominated next year.
I would love that. Hey, there we go.
Maybe it might happen.
Like, I'm seeing Glorilla, I'm seeing all these good people coming out.
People
I'm
go
like,
up so quick now.
so quick.
You don't have to wait 2 and 3
You
years
don't.
in a race. You can drop in November and be out of here in January.
And I don't know if y'all watch Rap Caviar on Hulu.
Yeah, watch that
watch
if y'all fans of like music and stuff.
I watch
That's good.
Polo. I don't listen to Polo G, but I admire Polo G's passion for music.
I admire his
And-
story. Yeah.
and he like talks about what he's going through, which I appreciate. Like, but he was, they were saying that he dropped a music video 2 months, and already people were having a bidding war for him. He dropped a music video, and 2 months later, people have a bidding war. That's why I was like, you know what?
You just never know.
You just never
It
know,
takes
and I
one.
feel like
Yeah.
this track is so good, and it's like makes you want to move, dance, be happy.
Or
Like,
at least give me
Yo.
the sync deal, bro. Like,
And especially since y'all brought up Glow, like Glorilla, man, when she dropped FNF, like if you watch the video,
outta here.
you see what she looked like. And there's no shot of Glorilla, but like she talked about this herself. You know, after she got the bag, she fixed her teeth and all that. Like she's a pretty woman. She is. But yo, you look at that video and the way that they shot it, just listening to her, and I forgot the dude whose song who he said it was his song and her song together. I forgot his name, so please forgive me. But they were telling the story about how they shot it. It was like real quick. They shot it in a parking lot, and they had no time. Like y'all were talking about the time it takes for a music video. They barely had any time to shoot that.
right.
And they put it out, and it just took off.
Exactly.
That song took off, and then they were just rolling in dough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you never
Ice
know.
Spice did it
That
Gorilla
too.
did it. Polo G did it. Like it's just the industry. It's just like not even music industry. It's just like entertainment and culture right now. It's just like if you just have one moment, that's it.
So as you can see, shout out to Live Digital, man. This was not only a great time that we had, but of course we did have some serious discussion in that episode. And everything, I feel like everything's going to be all right. I think that everything's going to be well, I know for sure they definitely want to come back and do a part 2 for that episode because it was cut kind of short. They had a photo shoot to do shortly after we recorded that. But yeah, they're definitely welcome to come back on the show and we can talk to them and, of course, get more of an update on what's been going on in their lives. And I'm looking forward to that.
Celebrity status, bro. Said they had a photo shoot right after. They really did too.
They really did. So shout out to them, man. Y'all doing big things.
Photos came out fire too.
They did, yo.
Like they cold.
Man, I love it.
So yeah, man. So another one for me. We're gonna take it back then. Since B brought it back, we gotta bring it back right with him. We're gonna go back to episode 51 to the one and only TMB, the storyteller. Man. This was a dope episode to me in specifics because of, I met him through the barbershop. Guy always, was like, hey man, what you do? And I'll tell him about the podcast. Man, let me be on the episode. I was like, all right, I don't know, it's a little wild, but I was like, all right,
he's definitely a character. I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, man, come on. And then when I tell you, it turned out to be so much better than what I expected. I got to know a lot about him, and one of the stories that stood out about me was the one that y'all gonna hear right here now. It's about when he was moving here to Atlanta, and this one, it just inspired me, and it just showed me you never know what somebody has been through or what they're going through to get to where they are. So y'all check this out, and y'all let me know what y'all think.
So it's just my life has been crazy, That's crazy. Just from a teenager, home invasion. Yeah. I'm not even hustling at this point. I'm just living. I'm just taking care of my family. I'm a barber. I've been decent at it, so I've been able to live. So They come in, they kick my door down. It's my life has been crazy, man. But I thank the Lord, and once I was able to get to this kidney process, man, I ain't scared of nothing no more, man.
Really?
Not one thing. I'll go anywhere. The earth is my turf.
Man. Brother, yeah, man, we definitely gonna need a book from you already.
For real.
That right there was deep. Okay, let's go back to the to the home invasion part, because my mind can't get past that right there. How was that?
Well, it's funny, right? I always when I strategize in my life, I try to keep it convenient. So my barbershop was always close to my house.
Right.
So I had a house, Well, it was a townhouse, and my barbershop was like a block or two away. I'm cutting, whatever. One day I come home, and it's always some brothers in the parking lot. Always. He fixing the car. He got a bunch of niggas hanging out, whatnot, whoop-de-woo. And he always used to ask me to buy stuff, so he would see me. Like, I'm from the streets. I've been at the bottom. I've been at the top. I'm climbing back. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So at the same time, nigga always asking me like, yo, buy this, buy that, right? So I'm like, man, you just want me to pull some money out of my pocket. I ain't pulling no money out of my pocket. So you and your goons, because I always roll dolo, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need no help. You feel me? Like, I this how I live. Mm-hmm. I don't, because, my mama said at the end of the day, if you do something wrong, do it by yourself. You ain't got to worry about nobody. I hear that. Not that I do everything wrong, but I don't need to be caught up. So come home one day, the nigga asked me to buy some pornos. Like, I turned him down so many times. He's like, yo, I got these porno tapes. I'm like, yo, you, get the out of here, right? He was like, all right. So he didn't even say shit. He just turned his back and walked off. So I'm sitting on my couch, right? You know what I'm saying? I put the kids to bed, wife upstairs, you know what I'm saying, ex-wife, whatnot, and I apologize to her truly, because I didn't know who I was at this point. You know what I mean? Like, at this point in life, my mom had just died. That was my best friend. I was out of here. Yeah. So we going through some shit. So the dude was like, yo, all right, he dipped, right? So I'm sitting on the couch on the floor, like, with my arms across the couch, you know what I'm saying? Watching Sopranos. I remember that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that gangster shit, it's addictive. Mm-hmm. But anyway, long story short, I'm sitting there, You know what I mean? I'm watching TV. You know what I'm saying? Got a bunch of money in the house, a bunch of other shit. And my wife's she said she heard somebody at the front door. This was back when ain't no front door, you know, in my neighborhood.
Cameras.
No, it wasn't none of that. It wasn't none of that, bro. This early 2000, late 90s. You know, it wasn't no screen door. It was just a one door. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like the knob, whatever. Yeah. So she said, my wife said, I heard some people out there talking. She said, I thought you was out there with some of your friends or something. I was like, nah, I don't even move like that. I don't keep niggas in front of the house. You feel me? So she heard some people out there talking. They congregating, so they kicked the door in. But when they kicked the door in, my oldest daughter just passed the door. She was about 2 or 3. So the doorknob was like right here. It just grazed her face. Wow. She just got by the door. They came in with their guns, laid me down, talking about where the shit at, blah, blah, blah. I'm in there like, yo, I ain't got nothing, whatever. They couldn't find nothing. I had a bunch of shit in there. I had $10,000 worth of money right there, but they couldn't find it because my mom had just died, so I moved all her shit in my house. So it was just shit everywhere, but they couldn't find it. So, you know what I mean? They took the little money I had in my pocket. They went upstairs. They got on my wife. They snatched her little shirt off. You know what I mean? Put the gun on her. She didn't know nothing. She didn't even know I hustle. She didn't know nothing. All she knew is I smoke weed and I cut hair. She ain't know nothing. So they was like, where the shit at? She ain't know. So they turned their back. So long story short, they got to the door. They figured out they couldn't find nothing. It was too much time they spent. So the motherfucker, I remember this, man. This is when I knew God was real. Like, I swear to God. First of all, they put their foot on the back of my head, so my face is in my carpet. I'm praying. I'm like, Lord, if this is my day, I'll see you soon. I couldn't do no more. I was my pen down. So they let their foot off, so they're not ramaging my house, but they telling me to keep my face down. So I don't know where my daughter at. She must have went. I don't know. They ain't do nothing to her. Thank the Lord. So they couldn't find nothing. They went all around my shit. They couldn't find nothing. They took the little money I had in my pocket, and the last nigga that left the door, it was 4 guys. 2 of them left. The third one tells the fourth one to shoot me. He said, shoot that bitch, nigga. He ain't worth shit. And for whatever reason, the nigga didn't shoot me. You know what I'm saying? So they still trying to lobby around my house because they ain't really find nothing. So I got upstairs, I got my pistol, and I pointed down the stairs where they at. I was gonna light that fucking door because they were standing right behind my front door. But my wife got in front of me. She said, if you shoot, they gonna shoot back. Don't shoot. We got kids in here. And the niggas got away. That's how it happened.
Whoa.
Sheesh.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, being the person I am, I always have connections. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people. Like, I know how to do shit. Mm-hmm. And everybody ain't like that. And they ain't respect that. When I could have helped everybody.
Yeah.
But they ain't want to help me.
Man. Okay, so after all of that, like, what changed in your life? Because that right there had to be some type of life-changing moment. Like, you don't just stay the same after that.
Nah, that shook me. That was the first thing that let me know God was real, because at the end of the day, that was my life. That was it. If he would decide to put, and people around me was dying all the time, like, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Dying. You know what I'm saying? Missionary style, exhibition, whatever. So at that point, it changed my life. I mean, I had to go back to, we was living good. We had a townhouse, like I said. We had to go back to the projects. I had to live in a house that didn't even have, it was dirt floors. We had to go to the projects, bro. Wow. Lead paint, all that. I don't know if y'all old enough to remember lead paint, but if you breathe that shit in, it's a wrap.
I know the project. Yeah, I definitely. It's not a place you want to stay. I promise you.
Nah, hell no.
And it's definitely a different story when you have a gun in your face, man. Like, you never forget that.
Nah.
And it's just something that it definitely changes you. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you survive it and you ain't been hit, with no bullets or nothing like that, you grateful for another day.
Amen.
And you definitely look at things differently. Because that could have been the end.
Yeah, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So I hope that y'all enjoyed that. I hope that y'all probably brought back some memories. Hopefully y'all learned something, caught a gem from that. But yeah, man, it's just it was a pleasure meeting him. It was a pleasure getting to know him. He definitely wants to come back on the podcast, by the way. So
for sure,
we'll make that happen again. So yeah.
Okay. Sounds lit. Hey, so we're gonna go a little further past that episode, of course. Wow, episode 51. You took it way back.
Took it back. You know what I mean? It was still within the year, dog. Come on.
Yeah. That was early in the year, but for sure. We're gonna fast forward a little bit. And shout out to my former coworker that I had on the show. Shout out to Deja. Of course, we had her on the show for episode 62 and 63. And it was definitely a good time. And she surprised me. I mean, no offense, like I know Deja from work. Like I knew her from us working together, and we've had conversations outside of work. But when she was on the show, she was dropping gems. So shout out to you, Deja. You were definitely, one of the people's favorites because they were picking up on everything you were putting down. You know what I'm saying? This particular moment that I want to flash back to for the year was when she was talking about how I met my girl. And it was, of course, a surprise to me because, I mean, it had just happened. Like, I don't even think she and I were official yet. So y'all check this out and we'll come back and talk a little bit more about it. Did not really notice her because I was so laser focused on what was going on in the stage. Yeah. I glanced over, I saw her, I was like, okay, she's cute, but I'm focused. Yeah. Right? Went right back to the stage until something literally made me speak up and say something to her. So I told y'all the story. I'm not going to say it to the people. Yeah. Y'all be all right. Y'all know if things progress and go any further, I'll probably tell the story later on. But yeah.
So it was romantic, y'all. It was romantic.
But that makes me think. I want to ask y'all this. Do y'all believe that is a coincidence, or do y'all believe in coincidences, or do you think that was meant to be, or what do you think? Because I don't know.
Personally, I don't think there's a such thing as a coincidence. I think things happen for a reason. So you were there at the exact same time that she was there. Y'all just so happened to be there at the same time, standing next to each other. I think, when y'all get into the whole story or whatever, but I got the story, y'all. And it was so cute. I was like, I'm all for love. I love love. So as he was telling the story, it was just like, I already called it the children, the marriage.
God, hold on. Wait a minute. Listen, 3 dates in. All right, that's it. We're
thinking about future.
Hey, I get it. I get it. I understand that.
What's the point?
You're right, but we haven't even talked about the future yet.
I see it.
Lord have mercy.
Wow. I see it. So I'm calling dibs right now. So when y'all end up when that happens on May 27th, I called it that y'all was gonna have kids and y'all was gonna get married.
Dang.
So you got to make one of the baby's names my first name. Hey. Or like I want my.
She called it.
I want my credit.
She called it.
Or at least the first letter start with a D.
Bruh. Compromise.
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Because it's not like I'm going to be the only one naming a child. It has to be both parents' input. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there, if we get there, okay?
Parenting already, okay.
I said if we get there.
I'm saying he ain't stopped. He went along with it. You know what I'm saying?
It's part of the vision.
Look at that.
Cheesy.
Listen. Most definitely. I do believe that God works in mysterious ways. So if somebody's in your life and it just aligns and it just, it makes sense, take heed to that. Because there are certain people that it just they can't stay in your life. It doesn't fit, and it will show itself. So when you do have someone in your life that does fit and it just makes sense, it makes life just make more sense, I guess you can say in a word, but it's just, that's how you know.
And the only reason why I asked that is because, bro, like you and I both know how upset we were that you couldn't go to the podcast festival that day.
Yep.
It was just mind blowing, even still to this day, mind blowing that, even though I went by myself, I could talk to anybody, and how it was just like, there she was, there I was, and just hit it off, man. Things just clicked. So, that's all. I think that, of course, things happen for a reason, and she's definitely meant to be in my life for longer than a season. So, Deja, thank you so much for those words. Thank you for the wisdom that you have bestowed upon us on this show, and especially for you being so young. Like, I don't know many 22-year-olds that are that knowledgeable and can drop gems like that on the fly. So, hey, keep doing what you do. You are definitely wise beyond your years. I will say that.
For sure. So my selection next has got to go to, we're going to take it back. Episode 50. I'm spinning it back one time, spinning the block to Michelle. I appreciate this episode because first and foremost, she encouraged us being at the age that she's at. You know, she literally has an extra 20 plus years on me and B, and
Lord,
to have the activity that she has had, man, and hearing just some of the things like the marathon she's done, and just I just remember all the tips that she gave us. This was one of the things that really stood out to me. Like, I remember literally going out and buying a calendar after she told us some of these things that she told us. So just some of the gems that she gave out, man, I just really appreciate this episode. So in all honesty, the whole episode could be a highlight, but, you know, we'll just highlight one specific moment right here, and y'all just check it out, and maybe y'all can get something from it too.
It's about creating a routine.
Yes.
And so when I talk to people about where I am in my journey, I just try to always remind them I had a day one, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
The only difference is I kept going. The routine is so important.
Right.
That you have to put yourself in a position. That's why I tell all of my clients now, I don't care if you just do 15 minutes a day. I don't care if you just do 10 minutes. Do something where your body remembers what you did the day before. Your body. That's how you build consistency.
But okay, so let's just say somebody starting on this fitness journey, right? Day one, man, they do it. They feel great. Day two, all right, man, I'm at it again. Day three, my mind is telling me, yo, come on now, we done did 2 days. Like, hold on now. Let's take it easy a little bit. What do you do when that happens right there?
Okay, so when you feel that is your discipline starting to wane. Okay? Because creating a routine is about discipline. So when you feel your discipline waning, that's why I have my achievement calendar.
Y'all look at this.
Now, the achievement calendar, what it does is I look at this every morning. And you know what? I'm going to back it up a little bit because that's from last year. I'm going to start with this year so you guys know exactly what I look at.
Already on it too.
Okay, so yeah, I was on it day one. On the 1st, worked out. So this hangs right by my bedroom. It hangs on the wall. And every morning I look at my week. I see how many rest days I had. I see how many days I worked out. That'll tell me, like, tomorrow, because I worked out today, I could take a rest day since I have these other days.
Right.
But it depends on how many times I want to work out this week.
Okay.
But I still have these days. I try to take the pressure off by making it something that I look at each week and each day. So as I look at it now, tomorrow I will work out because I have a huge race coming up on the 29th.
Oh, shoot.
It's going to be my first 15K.
15K?
Okay.
Good Lord.
That's major.
It's major and it's really emotional for me because I was preparing this time last year. I was preparing for my first 5K.
Wow.
Dang.
This time last year.
Yeah.
See,
Progress.
And you'll see it. Yay, me. See, that was my first 5K.
Wow.
Back on February 22nd.
Wow.
So now I'm getting ready for that 15K, which is 9 miles.
9 miles. Oh, Lord.
Having this accountability, gentlemen, is what helps me each day. Because it's not even just, as you can see, it's not always like an strenuous workout. On Saturday, I just did yoga and meditation.
Okay.
So this accountability is nothing to do with work. There's no work allowed on here. This achievement and accountability is just for me, and it's just for my fitness and mental health. I have my days where I have rest days. I have meditation days. But this gives me a clear look every time I wake up. When I wake up and I'm passing this calendar on my way to the restroom to start my day, I'm looking and I'm like, okay, look what I accomplished last week.
Wow.
All right, look how much I've done this week. And I write it down every day and it keeps me focused.
Now let's say, you know, you said you're a mom, you're a wife, and you know, you help other people. Let's say somebody done stress you out in that day. You be like, man, I don't feel like writing on this board or something like that. Or they made me mad. Like, how do you stay consistent with writing that? Because, you know, life be lifing sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Life be life and it comes at you fast.
You know what I mean?
I know.
So what do you do in that situation?
Now,
Like,
some days I do have to catch up. Like,
Okay.
if I don't write it down every single day, I just have to remember what I did the day before.
okay.
Because there are some days where, you know,
Yeah.
life happens. There
Yeah.
are
Right.
some days I'm like, oh, I missed 2 days. What did I do yesterday? But that's when I have my heart rate monitor. Oh, I love my heart rate monitor. Y'all know about heart rate monitor?
Not quite.
I don't.
Okay.
So yeah, man, I hope that y'all enjoyed that. I hope that y'all saw the benefits of, you know, having a calendar and writing down and crossing off and marking off days and realizing that, yo, hey, I done done a little bit more than what I thought I could do. And yeah, man, it's just let's get active, man, and take care of our body. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the new year rolling around, you know how some people are with New Year's resolutions, even though not everybody sticks with those New Year's resolutions.
Negative.
Hey, no judgment, but you know, we all know what happens.
Yes.
We know how it starts. Like, yo, I'm gonna be in the gym 24/7. I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be eating right. The next thing you know, before the end of January, they've already reverted back. But shout out to the people that stick with it. Shout out to the people that keep up with the fitness. I'm gonna be right there with y'all. So, especially with some of the good news that I recently received, and you know, we'll get into that at a later date. Or maybe a little bit towards the end of the show. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that for real.
For sure. What you got next for it, B?
So this actually is a highlight of the year for me. I'm going to be taking it back to episode 52. First and foremost, man, the title. Like, I decided to title this episode What I Did because of Dr. Umar Johnson. So shout out to Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yeah.
Give it up for that man one time.
You don't think that's suspicious? That ain't suspicious. Shout out to Umar.
You don't find that suspicious?
We must stay focused, brother. Lord have mercy.
Man. And of course, we all know if we talk about Dr. Umar Johnson, we know some of the funny sayings that he says. Of course, just mentioning a few that we've mentioned, man. And he usually refers to, you know, consciousness over of course, it's over the cookie, but he uses another word. But for YouTube purposes and stuff like that, we will say the cookie, but it's a similar word. And of course, he will say politics over poo nanny. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So yeah, this episode was strictly about that. So I want to go ahead and highlight this particular moment here because we generally preach, brothers, stay focused. So stay focused with us, fellas, and check this moment out. What did Dr. Umar always say? Consciousness over coochie.
Yes, God.
Politics over punani.
Yes, God.
We got to build the nation first. If I give up all my testosterone, I won't have no energy to build the nation. I got to build first, okay? We must build before the back shots. We must handle the business before the back shots. It is consciousness over the cookies. It is politics over the punani. It is revolution over the romance. Sister Danielle wants to have a baby with King Kongalicious. She fine too. Lord have mercy. Might have triplets. But Sister Danielle, stay focused, my sister. Understand, overstand, and understand that the building, the nation building must come before the back shots. I said the nation building must come before the back shots. Brothers and sisters, we must stay focused. We must stay focused.
Isn't that suspicious? I think that's suspicious. Shout out Dr. Umar.
Thanks.
You don't find that suspicious?
So just like in the previous episode, when we briefly mentioned the story of a woman who went viral for accusing a man of being a creep in a gym, LA Fitness is allegedly taking a stand against these false allegations of men being labeled as creeps inside of the gym.
Yeah, there's some information that's going viral about how LA Fitness is now pretty much banning anybody who is caught recording footage of people in the gym without their consent.
So LA Fitness has updated their new policy. Taking pictures of someone else without their permission will get you terminated for your membership and contact with the law enforcement. The confusing part is people like to flex and record themselves when they do reps, and people just walk by or whatever the freaking reason may be. So anyone at this point can be like, hey, why are you recording me, get an argument with you, delete the video or whatever, or get you kicked out. You know what I'm saying? Karens are going to have a blast using this shit now.
Now, I know that that's a tricky one, but, you know, sometimes we go to the gym, we want to record ourselves working out because it's a part of our fitness journey. It's a part of showing the progress. Mm-hmm. Like right now, I weigh 200 some pounds. But, you know, when I'm in the gym and I'm focused and I'm getting it in, I want to take, you know, some video footage of me doing whatever it is that I got to do so that when I'm less than the 200 something pounds that I am now, you can see how I got there.
Yeah.
But if somebody just happens to be in the background of my video, I mean, I do work out at LA Fitness. So if I'm caught, you know, recording somebody without consent, or if they snitch on me or something like that, like, yo, I was in his video and, you know, I was uncomfortable, like blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Things can get pretty sticky at the gym. Like I could potentially lose my membership.
Yeah.
According to what I'm seeing on the internet. So this is all alleged, but I mean, there's signs that are starting to go up in these gyms. So, I mean, for now we'll say allegedly, but you know, y'all have seen videos, I'm sure. And of course we've shown a video of it as well. It's all over Twitter. And I don't know how I feel about that really.
About what? The
just
recording or the?
I mean, the whole, okay. First, I don't know how I feel about, well, I mean, I know how I feel about people accusing other people in their videos of being creeps. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like I said, we touched on it in the previous episode about how, I think her name was Jessica. She was recording a video of her working out, and then she called a guy in her background a creep, and she was saying a whole bunch of stuff about him and went viral for it.
I hate this. I hate when there's sweet days. It makes me so uncomfortable. Feral, like feral. There's mirrors everywhere, so it's like you can easily catch people.
And the internet, like, literally ripped her a new one, men and women. And, you know, there was a bunch of women who were advocating for all women gyms so they wouldn't have to deal with, quote unquote, men being creeps behind them in the gym while they're just working out. And then you had a whole bunch of other women who were just like, first of all, he wasn't being a creep. You were taking too long in the equipment. He might have wanted to use it. And you were just sitting there talking to yourself while recording a video. So he might have been wondering why, you know, is she taking so long? And you just happened to catch him glancing over at you. So, I mean, there's so many different avenues to that specific situation. So I know how I feel about that. Mm-hmm. I just don't know how I feel about, you know, gyms potentially banning people for recording footage of themselves working out, and somebody just so happened to walk in the background and, you know, get caught on camera without their consent. That's the only thing I don't know how I feel about, for real.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you on that one. Me, I don't know. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. It's kind of hard because, you know, now it's like one of those things where one messes it up for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it's looking like. So.
All right. So just as an honorable mention, I decided to use those clips regarding the gym talk, mainly because, of course, like we mentioned previously, how 2024 is about to be here. So many of y'all are going to be in the gym. Fellas, I need y'all to stay focused on your workouts, right? Do not be walking around the gym, and I know it's not your fault, but don't give a woman a reason to call you a creep in the gym, because we know how some of it goes. Some, not all, but some of these ladies definitely set up the cameras the way that they do. They wear the outfits in the gym the way that they do, just so that they can garner the attention, garner the views and stuff like that on their social medias while they're making these gym videos, to the point where even some women have even made parodies of it online.
Hi guys, come train abs with me. Even though the camera will be pointed so far up my arse, you can see what I had for breakfast. I start off with a candid shot of my arse drinking water, then purposely bend down for you to see that pussy fat. I then do one ab exercise to pretend that this is what the video video is about, and after I will sit and pretend I'm sweating. At the end of the video, I will unnecessarily grab my tits to pretend to show off my abs, when really I just want you to see that they're a handful. I'll then give you one last look at my ass and walk off. See you next time.
And it's kind of funny to see, but at the same time, it's also kind of sad because like, you just never know. You don't want to get caught up in something that, you know, you really can't get out of. And being labeled a creep for like walking in front of somebody's camera or, you know, getting caught staring at them or something like that, looking at their outfit, or even like asking them if they're done using the weight rack, but, you know, they want to turn it into something that it's not. After that one particular video went viral months ago, yeah, you definitely want to be careful and pay attention, fellas. Just stay focused, man. Just stick to yourself, stick to your workout, and keep it pushing. So what we got next, Mike?
No doubt, no doubt. So I'm going to take this one. This one's technically not an episode number, but for me, this was a highlight of the year. This was, of course, the video that went viral for us. So there wasn't really any particular moment in the video that I'm highlighting. It was really, truly just the moment around this that was just like, bro, this blew our minds. We couldn't sleep. We was over here looking at numbers like, yo, this joint just keep going up, bro. Like, what in the world? So,
bro, and I uploaded that video at like 2-something in the morning.
Come on,
next
dog.
thing you know, I wake up, then it's like, what the heck just happened?
Bro, so that moment was just like a highlight because it just showed you that at any moment you can be elevated. At any moment. It does not matter. You don't know the video. You don't know what's going to go. So you don't know how close you are to something. So it just reminded me the importance of never giving up. So there's no real particular part, but if y'all want to check out a little bit of the video, this is what we're talking about. Yeah, check this out. It's the woman receives backlash for saying this.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your man, Brandon Gio, one half of Residual Impact. And you know, I had to make another one because this was something that I noticed while I was, you know, just scrolling on TikTok with my girlfriend, and we were just talking about our thoughts on protect black women and who's not protecting black women, who actually is protecting black women. Should black women expect that every single black man, whether he's in close proximity to her or a complete stranger, protect her? So we were just having a conversation talking about a lot of the videos that we've seen on this topic, and one just happened to catch our eye, and this one comes from creator Erica Lachey. And with this video that Erica made, it got a lot of people talking. Of course, like I said in a previous video, this topic of protect black women has been going on for years. This is not something brand new. This is not a new discussion. And Erica, I will say, made some valid points in this video, but there were also some people who disagreed.
In regards to black women not being protected, let me first state the obvious. No man should put his hands on a woman. We desire protection, but sometimes what we don't understand is that true protection comes with a level of control. Bodyguards are a good example. A bodyguard will make their client leave from a dangerous place. The bodyguard has to know all the details: who, what, when, where, why, and how. And the client has to listen to the bodyguard and follow the instruction that the bodyguard gives them. It's really an agreement between all parties involved. When the person who needs protecting does not follow the instruction and the direction of the protector, it puts the protector in a situation where they're more likely to lose their life. I have 4 brothers and a father, and I listen to their instruction even when they're not around. They have told me to stay away from certain places if I'm by myself or if it's late at night. They've also advised me not to be drunk or high in certain situations. Even though my brothers, my dad, and the men in my life protect me, I in turn protect them by listening to them and following their instruction. They don't have to come to my defense in some wild scenario, because if I listened to them, I wouldn't have been there in the first place. And this is another thing I feel like is pertinent to say, and I know folks ain't gonna like this one. I don't have sons right now, but when I do have sons, I'm gonna teach them that there's a difference between diamonds and dirt and rubies and rocks. Rubies and diamonds are often in jewelry stores. They're in glass cases, they're secured, there's an alarm system. There's a lot of layers of protection because those things are valuable. But you could pull over to the side of the road and find some dirt and rocks. Expecting a man to risk his well-being, his future, and his life on someone who does not see value in themselves or the man is asinine. That's a very asinine thing to ask. All I'm saying is, protection comes with a little bit of sacrifice. It comes with a little bit of control. And me personally, I feel that what I have to sacrifice and the amount of control I have to give up is 100% worth it to receive the protection that I've been getting my whole life.
Now, once I saw that video, I actually thought about another video that I saw recently. And this video was of Minister Louis Farrakhan speaking similar words to what Erica said. But in these two videos, both Minister Farrakhan and Erica used the word control, and it triggered so many women. I will say this, the example that she used of the bodyguard is important and it holds weight. Like, it's true. You cannot expect someone to protect you and you just don't listen to them.
I made a video about black women and preventative protection and how if you want someone to protect you, you're going to have to listen to them and try to avoid being in dangerous situations. And because you guys didn't like what I said, I received death threats. People wish that someone would bust my car window and pistol whip me. People wish that some people or that they themselves could find me and hit me with a brick. All these young girls that are out here that are still wet behind the ears but are aging like milk and bananas calling me old. I'm not expecting y'all to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that, because I know y'all don't care. But I'm going to say what I want regardless, because I don't receive my self-worth and validation based on what people say about me online.
I don't know why so many people got triggered, but to quote one Twitter user whose tweet actually sums all of this up, shout out to Fallon XOXO, she had this to say. That girl said protection comes with control and y'all lost y'all damn minds. How the would you be protected and you don't listen to the person trying to help you? If Ninja's shooting and he says duck, that's a command. He say get over here to shield you, that's a command. Just like when you call 911 and they tell you what to do while you wait, those are commands. So she is correct. Hello, is this camera on me? Shout out to Fallon XOXO. She made valid points with that one. Just like Erica said, just like Minister Farrakhan said, it's just the fact of the matter, right?
So yeah, just a little recap of that one right there. Like I said, it was really more so about the moment of just the viral moment. And, B, I just want to say, how do you feel, man? Like, I don't want you to ever take that lightly of what you did, bro. Like, you went viral, bro. Viral. 165,000 people. Do you know how many people that is, bro?
165,000?
Bro. Put in perspective, a movie theater only sits about 120 people, and that's a lot of people. We're talking 165,000. Yo, that's major, bro.
Well, I appreciate you, man, for that. Yeah, that was definitely just something that I was working on. To be honest, I wasn't doing it to go viral.
Look at that.
I did it to raise awareness about something, but it was around the time, Lord, I don't even feel like talking about this because I made a video about this months ago too, but it was around the time that the woman in Houston, Texas alleged that she was hit in the face with a brick. And it just really elevated the gender war regarding, protection from men.
Yep.
And I don't know, man. It was just something that was. I don't even know how to put it in words, yo. Like it kind of bothered me. And I just wanted to talk about it, man. I wanted to essentially raise awareness and be like, first and foremost, we don't like as men. And this is going to sound kind of weird, but hey, it is what it is. As men, we really don't owe anybody anything. If we decide that we want to stop and protect a random stranger on the street or risk our lives for random strangers on the street, that's up to us.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, if I have a wife at home that I have to protect, if I have children at home that I have to protect, why would I, like, quote unquote, have to risk my life to save somebody on the street? You know what I'm saying? And God forbid I get taken out, I get deleted, and then my family is left behind without their main protection.
Yeah.
Wow. It's very wild. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a crazy world that we living in.
You ain't lying.
I don't know, man. But anyway, y'all check out the full video. I will go ahead and either link it down below or throw up a card on YouTube so you guys can watch that video in its entirety. It wasn't just me talking about it. It was other people's reactions as well. Other people who either, were looking at what she did and saying like, you know, hey, she went through it, or doubting what she did. You know, I made several videos about it, like I said, but the main one that went viral, yeah, check that one out for sure.
For sure.
So my last moment, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on a rant with that one, but it was just like, just kind of reliving that moment from the summer, just kind of irked me. Not the viral moment, of course, but the whole situation that allowed us to go viral.
Right.
But my very last moment, and this, I will say this was definitely one of the biggest, if not the biggest moment of the year for me. And it's only because this was definitely a part of our start. And this was a part of the beginning of Residual Impact. And I will say that if it wasn't for these ladies involved in this next moment, we probably wouldn't have started around the time that we did, you know, or let's just say I probably wouldn't have known how to start, you know. But yeah, shout out to the ladies of the Nice Nasty podcast. We definitely got to get them on the show in 2024. We definitely do.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I explained, you know, in this next clip that I'm about to put up, this next clip pretty much talks about how I initially reached out to Nice Nasty, and you know, we were essentially talking about podcasting and how experienced they were, to me anyway, how experienced they were in the podcasting world, and you know, I asked them for some pointers. So shout out to each and every single one of you girls. Go ahead and check this out. Recently, I got to link up with the ladies of the Nice Nasty podcast. And I guess the best way I can put it is work until your idols become your rivals. And I say that because, of course, it's a saying. But before we started Residual Impact, I found them on Instagram, and they had already been kind of seasoned in the podcasting space. And I reached out to one of the co-hosts, and I talked to her, asked her for some advice. And when we were hanging out this weekend and we were just talking about podcasting, Amber was talking to me about how the podcast was going. And I said, you know, I reached out to Tiffany before we even started. And Tiffany was like, yeah, and now they're killing us. Just to hear her say that, it just was like, yo, like my intent was not to be killing them, but work until your idols become your rivals. Now, they're definitely not our rivals. They're more than welcome to come on the show. In fact, you know, we talked about them coming on the show.
We want them on the show.
They'll be here soon.
Yeah.
But when Tiffany said that, I was like, yo, that said a lot to me, man. That spoke to me. We're doing something.
We are, bro. They take notice.
So yeah, man, that was definitely a pivotal moment for me, because it was like meeting people that I guess you never really thought that you were going to meet, but people who were essential in helping you get started. And not only that, like I mentioned, it's part of the saying, work until your idols become your rivals. Now, again, I'll reiterate the fact that these ladies by no means are our rivals. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely our peers, but you know, they certainly had a leg up on us in the podcast game, and to hear one of them say that we were killing them in the podcast game, now it was just like it was surreal to hear. Like it was just it was just like, you know what I'm saying? It was a moment like, yo, for real? You mean that? Like, that's crazy. You know, when I initially reached out to you for advice and how to start and stuff like that, and it's like, yo, I don't know, man. That was definitely a pivotal moment for me this year. And again, shout out to each and every single one of you ladies.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Tiffany. Shout out to Amber. Shout out to Ambria. Shout out to Bree. You know what I'm saying? Hope to see all of you guys soon. And definitely want to get you all on the show. And for sure, after you finish doing whatever you need to do, please go ahead and start season 3 of the pod, because the folks are waiting to hear y'all.
That's a fact, actually, man. They're dope.
They are.
All right, man. So the last one that I chose, it was interesting. I kind of came up with this one really on the spot. I decided to go with episode 60. The reason why I chose this episode was because we didn't have any guests or anything. This was just me and B. We was talking some real life things, and I was just going over basically a pivotal moment when my life changed. And there's not really one moment within this episode, but there is moments, and I'll show you one. It's just where I know my life was going in a different direction. So it's just to see myself now and to see where I was, it's like, man, you never know where you can end up. So
Yo, that was the same episode?
It was the same episode.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, episode 60. So y'all check this out, man. Y'all let me know.
Episode 60 was a good one.
It was.
It was a great one.
It was life changing.
Shout out to No Guidance. If y'all haven't seen episode 60, go back and watch it. But my bad for cutting you off.
No, you're good, bro. You're good, man. Y'all check it out, man. Let me know what y'all think too.
Normally we would ask how our week was, but how was your month?
How was the month?
How was your month?
Bro, I gotta go back. Dude, this month, man, if I can think about this month, I guess in a whole it has been man, is it time yet? Is it time?
Hey, I don't know. I know what you're asking about.
Is it time?
But what I'm saying I don't know about is I think we're actually gonna take this episode, since, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually winging this. We have 0 notes.
Going straight off the head.
Nothing on the docket for today's episode, but
I love it.
I figure, of course this was Mike's idea.
Love it.
Right? Because we had planned to shoot an episode with somebody today, but last minute things happen.
Yes, sir.
But this is completely off the dome. I'm thinking that this episode itself is just going to be a checkup episode.
Checkup episode?
Just check up.
Man.
So whatever's going on in our lives,
man,
we have the entire episode to talk about it.
Okay.
The people want to know. So if it's on your heart to share,
you know what?
Let them know.
I think is no better time than the present. So, just to catch you guys up on where I'm at right now in my life, relationally. I don't even know if that's a word, but I don't
really know either. I be getting you.
I know,
with
but
certain
you don't know.
so
But that would sound like it could be, right?
It could be, but if I think of a word and it don't sound like it could be a word, I try not to use that word. I'll use something else that I know is a word. But I'm gonna let you rock because I know what you're about to say right now. So handle your business. I won't interrupt no more. My apologies.
It's all right. So yes, right now in my life, there has definitely been a transition. For those of you that do know me, and I was married at one point in my life. To date, now me and she's now my ex-wife. We decided that we're going to split and separate. It was a mutual decision. It was something that, over time it was, I guess you could say it was leading up to it. I don't want people to get discouraged about marriage or anything like that because it still is a beautiful thing. It's just I've learned in life, you're either growing together or you're growing apart. And, that's just one of the things that I had to learn. It was a life learning lesson, but I felt I'm not really a person to be vocal about certain things. I don't put my relationship out there. So a lot of people probably didn't even know I was married. I'm gonna be honest with you. But for those of y'all that did, I do want to keep you guys up to date with me because I don't want you to see me in a certain light and be like, yo, he thought he was married. Like, you know what I mean? No. So yes, I'm transitioning right now out of marriage. And this is right now where I'm at in my life. I'm good. I promise you that I'm good. I am stronger. I am better. I've grown. I'm mentally more mature, mentally, spiritually more mature and everything. So we both are good. Me and my former wife, we're on good terms. We speak here and there. And it's just, that's been the biggest transition right now. It's been the biggest transition of the month, been longer than a month, but that's been the biggest thing right now is just figuring out who I am again. Finding out purpose. This is purpose right here. Is finding out who I am, loving myself. I think that's one of the biggest things we got to get back to is really loving yourself, bro. Because sometimes we want a relationship so bad and then we try to love somebody else and we don't even love ourselves to the extent of how we trying to love somebody else.
Yo, who are you telling, man?
Listen. Yo. So yeah, man, that's just me giving my spiel on where I was at in life at that moment. So it's funny to see where you are today. Look back at some things, man. You never know what you can overcome until you go through it.
And that's a major part of the year, man. Like not even just the year, but that's life changing.
Yeah,
to be honest,
it was, man. It was. So we here.
Sheesh. How you feeling?
I feel
because I know how you feel. I've gotten an update, but the people haven't really gotten an update.
That's a good question. Be honest with you, I'm grateful. I really am grateful. I'm happy. I really am in a good place of where I feel freedom. I feel I feel creative. I feel like I have power. I feel like I'm a lot closer to God. I just, my life is moving in a direction in which I want it to. And I can say that. Like, I feel good about that. Now, don't get me wrong. Everything ain't always perfect. I definitely got to get better in a lot of places. But, man, where I'm at now, bro, I would not change nothing. So,
yeah,
I feel like that's a good place to be.
I love that, man. I'm happy for you in that regard. Again, to be honest, like at the time, like I was just like, man, it's crazy to see that it was happening when it was happening, especially like that episode. We shot that episode like months after you told me.
Yeah.
And of course, it wasn't my business to tell, so I wasn't going to tell anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, when you initially told me, I was in shock. And then even when you decided to tell the people, you didn't even want to tell them. Like I had to kind of like push you to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Took a lot, man. So it's cool to be able to even talk about it now. That shows growth, because I definitely at one point I couldn't. So
right,
you know,
And then those clips ended up being something.
Bro, what? The ones y'all want to watch. Now we give y'all all this content. Y'all want to watch that,
bruh? Yeah, those clips ended up doing numbers.
I'm like, bro, what?
Hey, but it just speaks to the fact that maybe some people needed to hear that.
Yeah.
Maybe you weren't the only one going through something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
That is true. That is true. You never know who you can impact with your story. Got him.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoyed each and every single one of our top 5 moments. Of course, together, that makes 10. So, the top 10 of the year, give it up for 2023, ladies and gentlemen. Good times were definitely had, but of course, like I said in the beginning, it was a roller coaster. We had ups, we had downs. And I definitely will say that one of my lowest lows of the year is something that I do not want to relive again. I do not. It was something that I have never experienced before in my life. But to experience at this point in my life, man, it was wild. But I am grateful for the people who stuck by my side as I was going through everything that I was going through. You know what I'm saying? I definitely wasn't on top of the world financially. But, you know, my friends held me down. My loved ones held me down. You know what I'm saying? They were here to support me. Even in times when I couldn't support myself. So I definitely want to give a shout out to each and every single one of you. I'm not going to put names out there, but I definitely will say, Mike, you were one of them, man. And I greatly appreciate you for being there for me and definitely, you know, not judging me on what I was going through, because I felt like I was a different person, yo.
Yeah.
Like I really did. Like I didn't know what to do and I didn't know where to go. But let's just say, you know, towards the end of the year, things really just started looking up. And I definitely want to give a shout out to my girl, because she pushed me in a direction, or she at least pointed me in a direction to apply to the specific job, right, back in June. And, you know, it's government, you know what I'm saying? It was a government position, and I never once thought about working for the government at all. But she works for the government. She, you know, helped me to apply to certain positions within the government, and getting a government job ain't easy. It's not like overnight. It's not like you put in an application and then you get called back for an interview like the next week, and then, you know, they decide, hey, they like you or they don't. No, this was a 6-month process, bro.
Dang.
Yep. I applied in June, and then a couple weeks ago, I got my offer letter. You know what I'm saying? After receiving a call, like I received a phone call after everything that I had gone through within the 6 months, through taking tests, through taking a physical, background check, drug test, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was quite a bit.
I bet.
So, you know, definitely shout out to my lady with that, because even when I didn't even think that I was going to get the job, she pushed me to keep going. And that was amazing. And I'm grateful every single day that I got the call from them. You know, I got the offer letter, and, you know, I'm in there. So starting in January, I will be in a new position, and I am certainly looking forward to it, because I know the financial situation is going to change. But then at the same time with that, I can take that money and invest it seriously, invest it heavily into my business because Residual Impact, man, we definitely doing big things in 2024. You thought we were doing big things this year. We doing bigger things next year, man. Because I remember last year distinctively, I said by April of 2023, I wanted to be monetized. And in April 2023, that's when we met Live Digital. Or I mean, you already met, you know what I'm saying? You met them, but that's when I at least met Live Digital, and we had them on the show. Yeah. And we got paid for that episode. So we were technically, we received some sort of monetization for the month of April. So I was able to check off that goal for sure. We didn't get monetized through YouTube until what, August or September?
Something like that.
But yeah, man, monetization was definitely on the list for goals for 2023. And I will say in 2024, man, it's only up from here, like for sure. Like,
yes, sir.
The type of checks we receiving now, they're gonna pale in comparison to the type of checks we getting next year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Speaking of next year, man. Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad. You were gonna say something?
No, go what you're saying. I'll probably pick it back off what you're about to say after that.
I was just gonna say, speaking of next year, man, like, where do you see us going in 2024? What do you see for the podcast in 2024?
So I'll just say this. This is where God has me right now, right? Basically, he says in his word that he can do exceedingly abundantly above any and everything that we can even think or imagine. So to me, where I see this podcast is on networks. I see us being able to put other people in positions to grow their own podcast and to really, I see us traveling. I see us like really, really expanding. So to me, I know that if I can think that far and beyond and great, I know that that's only the ground floor for God. So as far as I can think. So he said he can do exceedingly and abundantly above what I can think or imagine. So I think that that's literally where we're about to start at, is getting our own network and getting out there. And I definitely feel us like, I just see us on our earn your leisure type vibes. I definitely see us like them. I've always thought that we was like that. We're going to create our own lane and be our own entity.
And put other people in position?
Yes, sir. Literally. Residual Impact Network, bro.
Starting in 2024. You heard it here first, folks.
Yes, sir. Remember that.
Starting in 2024. And for sure, man, I'm glad that you actually brought that up, bro, because in all honesty, in 2024, I definitely see us at least having our first live show.
Talk that talk.
Maybe not even just one, but I know for a fact.
Yeah, it's going to happen, bro.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
At least our first one.
It's going to happen.
I see that coming in the future, man, for sure. And we're definitely going to make that happen. And among some other things, man, we already talked about being on other people's podcasts. We talked about being on other people's shows. We've already had invites. We just haven't really set everything up, but we've had invitations to be on other people's shows, especially within the last few months. We've received those invitations. So coming 2024, without a doubt, you'll see us on other people's shows. And I can't wait, man, because that's going to be different.
It is, man. That's what's going to expand us, and people see our value and different things like that. But that just shows the work that we've done thus far to get to that point. So
yeah,
we'll be ready.
Also, man, I know this was a goal that I had for 2023, but due to the roller coaster that we had this year, man, it didn't happen. But for sure, in 2024, we will hit 100 episodes.
Bro, freak that, bro. Just I don't care what he be saying, y'all. Bruh. Bro, we're at over. Oh, excuse me. I was about to say it. That's the rum talking. We're over.
Bring it back.
Yo, freak that way he talking, man. Look, we are at over. Is it over 80 or is it almost at 80? At least it'll be over 80.
No, not quite. Like
80. I'm gonna say at least 80 episodes.
Wait, like now?
This will be 80, right?
No.
What this will be?
74, 75.
Okay.
I mean, you close.
We're close to 80. I'll say that then. We are close to 80 episodes. That is a monument milestone in itself. All right. I won't let be get down about not reaching the goal of 100, because the fact of the matter is we have extended ourselves farther than a lot of other podcasts have even made it. Like, we've doubled, tripled the work. So, man, we've done it. We've done something. I ain't say we've done it, but we've done something with this.
Okay.
80 episodes, even though it ain't 80 technically. Got to round up.
We're
sometimes.
definitely going to hit 80. That's not a problem.
Oh,
But
for sure.
For the last year and some change, I would say I've been itching to hit 100, but we've hit several bumps in the road that have like kind of derailed us.
Well, technically, if you want to be technical, we're technically over 80 because if you got to count the sub episodes that you've done, we didn't put an episode behind those.
What sub episodes?
The viral videos and stuff. You didn't put an episode behind those.
Yeah, but I mean, those aren't technically episodes.
They are though, right?
They're just reaction videos.
But they're episodes. They're technically videos.
It's not even you and I. It's just me.
But it took time though. No, that doesn't matter though. It took time to make those videos and put them out, and they gave us the viewership, bro. That counts, bro. I would count those as videos. I would.
I mean, they are videos. I'm just saying, like,
if I'm
okay, boom. But listen, people can't even listen to them on the. People can't even listen to them on the audios. It's just on YouTube. So, like, would you really count those as something like towards the episodes? I don't even think you can, to be honest.
Well, okay, I would count it as our total videos made. Then you can add it to that. You can't count them as fully as episodes, but total videos made. What would that be? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 videos. If you want to be technical, you made it. Look at that. Look at God. Technically, you made it, bro. It's 100 videos, bro.
Even 74 plus 16 is still not 100.
Well, how much that is? we can round up. What's the math on that?
Why you want to round up so bad?
74 plus 16. We're at 90. 10 episodes short. 10. And hold on. I didn't count the bloopers. So 1. Hold on.
The blooper videos are 6 videos.
96. 96 videos, bro. 96. Okay? And if you really want to be technical, we can count the shorts too.
No, we cannot.
We can really count the shorts.
Hold up. No.
If that's the case, then we
all the shorts are clips from the actual episode.
That's true too.
We are not counting those.
That would be cheating. But 96 though, we can say 96. And then if we round up, that's 100. Bro, that's a good look at that, man. We did it, bro. 96 episodes.
Yo, shout out to JaMichael and his math.
Come on, man. The math is mathing, bro. The math is mathing.
Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have friends like this to hype you up,
come on, son. We did it, B.
Get rid of them.
We did it, man.
If you don't have friends like this to hype you up, get rid of them. I'm so serious. Anywho, this episode has gone on long enough, even before we edited. So I will say that this was certainly one for the books. This year, even though it had many ups and downs, it was a great year for us because we woke up every single day. Yep. I'm certainly grateful for that. I know JaMichael is certainly grateful for that as well. We still have breath in our lungs, man. And we can look forward to another year, bro. So if you guys don't hear another episode from us before the year is over, because, hey, it's the holidays, we taking time to chill, be with the fam, and plot and scheme, for lack of better words, for what's going to happen for us next year. Because remember, Mike, like you always say, maybe not to them, but we definitely always talk about,
what's up?
Life doesn't do what?
Life is not happening to you, it's happening for you.
Boom.
Amen.
So that's that right there. And man, here's to a prosperous 2024, cheers. Ladies and gentlemen. So cheers to that.
Cheers.
And we're going to say, hope you guys are having a safe and happy holiday season, because we know them people out there kind of crazy. And just make sure that you're not one of them crazy folks out there, especially not on the road. But don't be like them crazy folks, man, for sure. Anything else you got to say for the people?
Nah, man. Just don't be afraid to think big. All right. Remember, that's only God's foundation after you think that big. So remember that.
That works too. So Happy holidays, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year if we do not see or hear from you until January. And with that being said, we cannot leave without saying
where you are today
is a residual outcome
of the thoughts you had in the past.
Just like that. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Peace.